Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel. So, is Marty Friedman going to rejoin Megadeth? I think so, and not just on a temporary basis. Let me tell you why I think that. Okay, so for starters, I've got an article up here that I want to go through with you guys, talking about some of the details of a sort of new Marty Friedman and Megadeth collaboration coming up. But there are some other points that I want to make that are not in this article. Some other reasons why I think this is going to be a situation where Marty Friedman rejoins Megadeth as a regular member. Okay guys, so we'll get right into this, but real quick, as always, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool guitars and also staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, so let's go first look at this here, this article from guitar.com. And this headline here says, guitarist Marty Friedman to join Megadeth at Tokyo gig after 23 years. It goes on here. It's official. Former Megadeth guitarist Marty Friedman will be reuniting with the band on stage for a live show at Tokyo's Budokan Arena later this month. Friedman will be playing 3 songs for the show's encore stage. The reunion also marks the first time the guitarist is performing with Megadeth following his departure from the thrash metal band 23 years ago. Now they're quoting Dave Mustaine here. Marty and I remained friends over 23 years since we last played together. However, I hear his music every night and he still is among the top guitar players I've ever had. Among the top players. That's kind of funny. He phrases it that way. This is an amazing treat for the fans as well as myself. I'm going to enjoy this as much as the fans are, and I'm sure many of you will catch me sneaking a peek during Marty's appearance. He also gushed about the upcoming Kiko Marty onstage collab, telling Rolling Stone, "It's going to be so much fun to get Kiko and Marty together." Now, Kiko is, of course, the current lead guitar player in Megadeth. Get them together because they're both geniuses on guitar. So this is like a gigantic birthday and Christmas present for me. Now, they've got a statement from Marty here. So he says, "It has been a long time, 23 years to be exact, since I've been on the same stage with Dave Mustaine making music. We've both taken drastically different paths since then. That doesn't change the fact that I'm extremely proud of the part that I played in Megadeth's history and legacy. I'm also very, very proud of the band's many great achievements and continued success in my absence. For right now, I just feel immense joy and some serious adrenaline. I'm looking forward to playing with Megadeth at this very cool place, the Budokan." Taking place on the 27th of February, the show will be streamed at 6 p.m. Tokyo time, which is 4 a.m. Eastern time, if you want to stay up that late, and will be available on demand for 2 days after the event. Get your tickets here. So again, that is an article from guitar.com, and I'm going to have a link to the original article down in the video description below. But let me tell you some more things about this. So this setup here kind of reminds me of the situation with Ozzy Osbourne several years ago, where Gus G was the guitar player in the band, and he had, of course, replaced Zakk Wylde. Gus G had been in the band for like 8 or 9 years or something like that. Then they had a big, kind of a big reunion show with a bunch of different people, and Gus was in the band, and then Zakk Wylde was invited on stage, to play a few songs, right? And then what ended up happening? Well, a couple of years later, Zakk Wylde officially rejoined Ozzy's band. I think, and I'm going to make a bold prophetic prediction right here, I think this is going to lead to Marty Friedman permanently rejoining Megadeth. I think that this show in Tokyo is going to go over so well, and it's going to generate so much hype that the fans are going to demand more of it. And I think the people involved, obviously Dave Mustaine, Marty Friedman, and the rest of the band, even Kiko, I think they're all going to enjoy it so much that everybody involved is going to want to have Marty as a permanent member of the band. And look, Marty Friedman has been extremely busy, like forever, right? He has been releasing albums, he goes on tour with his solo band and this kind of stuff, and he's been doing that for a long time, and I think he can still continue to do that even when he's in Megadeth, because Megadeth is really one of those bands that does a very predictable recording and touring schedule, and I think Marty would be able to work around that schedule to still continue to do his own solo material, which is, you know, his solo stuff is a little bit more sporadic. He kind of just does it whenever he feels like it. He doesn't necessarily have to have a new album to release or something like that, because he always has that sort of built-in consistent audience for his solo material. So look, maybe the band is not planning this. Maybe Dave Mustaine is not planning this. Maybe Marty Friedman is not planning this. Maybe nobody actually has this intention right now, but I predict this will happen. Now let's say, just for the sake of the argument, that this does happen. The big question then becomes, what's going to happen to Kiko Loureiro, the current lead guitar player in Megadeth? I mean, the fans really like him. I think he's doing a fantastic job. But it's hard to argue with, you know, having Marty Friedman in the band. So does that, if that happens, right, hypothetically speaking, if that happens, does that mean Kiko is going to exit the band? Or, you know, is Dave going to say, hey, thanks for playing, you know, thanks for stopping by, I'll see you later? Or are they going to go the Iron Maiden route, and it's going to be like guitar solos for everybody? We're going to have 3 guitar players in the band. I could see that happening, and that would be incredibly cool. I mean, imagine having Marty and Kiko in the band at the same time, and they're both doing different solos. Of course, Marty could do the solos on the songs that he did, you know, Tornado of Souls and all the stuff that he's famous for, right? Kiko could do the other material and maybe the more recent stuff. I think that would be incredibly cool. So yeah, I don't think this is going to happen like right away, like immediately after this Tokyo show, but you know, I could see it happening next year or something like that. And guys, you might think I'm crazy, and if you do, let me know down in the comments section below, but there has been a lot of crazy lineup changes going on lately, or at least in the past few years. You guys remember the time that Axl Rose sang for AC/DC, you know, and did an entire tour as the lead singer of AC/DC and was like a huge, like everybody loved it, right? And Michelangelo Badio is now the guitar player in Manowar. Who saw that coming, right? So, you know, there's always new things happening in the world of heavy metal. And like I said, I predict that this is going to happen. Okay, guys, so what do you think? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm completely wrong or somewhere in between? Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Guys, the link, again, to the original article, that's from guitar.com. I'm going to have that down in the video description below. Plus, I'll have my social media and all that stuff down there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you very soon.